Gas detection and monitoring is a life-saving control on industrial job sites. It protects workers from hazards you can't see, can't smell, and may not feel until it's too late. The goal is simple: detect hazardous atmospheres early, take action immediately, and never assume an area is safe just because it looks normal. Industrial work sites can contain gas hazards from many sources: process equipment, piping, tanks, pits, sewers, excavations, confined spaces, hot work, engines, compressors, and chemical storage. Conditions can change quickly with wind shifts, temperature changes, purging, startup and shutdown activities, or nearby work. Gas hazards generally fall into a few categories. Oxygen deficiency: not enough oxygen to support life. Oxygen can be displaced by other gases or consumed by certain processes, and low oxygen can cause dizziness, confusion, and unconsciousness fast. Flammable gases and vapors: fire and explosion risk, often measured as a percent of LEL. Toxic gases, such as hydrogen sulfide, carbon monoxide, ammonia, chlorine, or other chemical vapors. Toxic exposures can cause serious injury, even at low concentrations, depending on the substance. Because these hazards can be invisible, monitoring is a critical barrier between normal work and an emergency. Effective gas detection starts with using the right monitor for the job. Many jobs use a standard 4-gas monitor, typically oxygen, flammables, carbon monoxide, and hydrogen sulfide. But that does not cover every hazard. Some tasks require additional sensors based on the hazard assessment and work plan. Next, make sure the monitor is ready before it goes into the field. It should be inspected, have enough battery for the task, and meet site requirements for a bump test or functional check. A bump test confirms sensors and alarms respond. Calibration keeps readings accurate over time. If a monitor fails a test, it does not get used. Use the monitor correctly. A personal monitor should be worn in your breathing zone, near your collar, not on a tool bag, not in a vehicle, and not where it can't sample the air you're actually breathing. Remember that some gases collect low, some rise, and air can stratify, especially in pits, trenches, and confined spaces. When testing an area, especially a confined space or low-lying area, follow the plan. Test before entry and keep monitoring during the work when conditions can change. If sampling is required, take readings at multiple levels, because gas concentrations can vary by height. The most important part is alarm response. If your gas monitor alarms, treat it as real. Do not silence it and keep working. Do not assume it's a bad sensor. An alarm means the atmosphere is unsafe, trending unsafe, or the monitor isn't functioning correctly. Any of those require action. The immediate steps are simple. Stop work, warn others nearby, move to fresh air and a safe location, upwind if outdoors. Notify your supervisor or the person in charge of the work. Do not return until the hazard is identified, controlled, and you are authorized to resume. If the alarm involves toxic gas, oxygen issue, or anyone shows symptoms, treat it as a potential emergency. If someone is down, do not rush in. Initiate the site's emergency response plan and use proper rescue procedures and respiratory protection. Supervision should be notified right away for any alarm event: failed bump test, calibration issue, or suspected exposure. Early notification allows the job to pause, the area to be evaluated, permits to be reviewed, ventilation to be added, and additional monitoring or response to be brought in. Gas detection and monitoring is about staying ahead of a hazard you can't see. Use the right monitor, verify it's working, wear it correctly, monitor as required, and respond to alarms immediately, every time.